Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Art Traveler. Today I'm in AEC to visit my another good friend Grace. Grace is an environmental engineer. Grace, what is the environmental engineer and what is your role in construction industry?
Okay, so environmental engineer is like, I would say, like a doctor. So we find solution to different kind of environmental problem or illness. So what we do is like we would find mitigation measures. We will study different kind of environmental problems we commonly encounter in the city, like air quality, pollution, and also noise pollution, water pollution problem, waste management problem, and also land contamination and ecology, and also hazard assessment. Those are the kind of environmental studies that we usually would conduct in our studies, in our work, for different kind of projects. So for construction project, in fact, we look at two sides of environmental impact. The first one is the impact of the surrounding environment on the development project. Like if there are some pollution source, like an industrial plant with gases emission close to your site, and it will be the pollution source causing air quality problem to the project. Then we need to effect and also provide a mitigation design to ensure that air quality impact is within acceptable level. So another aspect is environmental impact from the project to the surrounding environment. Like if there's lots of wastewater generated from the newly proposed project, which exceed the capacity of the sewage system in the surrounding area, then we will need to propose and design sewage treatment options to take care of that, to ensure that it will cause adverse wastewater pollution problem to the surrounding area. So in fact, in construction projects, we always first will look after the environmental compliance to different regulations, and also to apply for different kind of environmental impact required by regulation, like the environmental permit for designated project that need to be applied for before the construction and operation of the designated project. Another thing is we would be involved in environmental planning and design of the project to improve the overall environmental performance. The first one that come to my mind is a rather old project in Hong Kong. Actually, is one of the projects where they install noise enclosure, noise barrier alongside well lines. So if you ride on MTR from Kwok to Tai Po and Fanning before Shanghai, you would see different types of noise semi-enclosure and also noise barrier alongside the rail line, and that is what we built in that project. So why it's so it is so interesting, because at that time we need to design and build this kind of noise mitigation measures along a live well lines. That means we only have a few hours to work when the railway is closed. So I remember it's around 2 to 6 early in the morning. So besides all the noise modeling and also a desktop study, we also need to conduct some on-site survey like noise measurement for the mock-up noise barrier, and also a completion test after we install the noise barrier. And this is all done in midnight. So you can imagine, actually, I spent many late hours alongside that part of well tracks. But it is also it also gives me great satisfactory because job satisfaction, because after this project we found the noise reduction effect is very successful, and also many residents along the well line which whom originally affected by those welley noise are now being protected. This also really help to reduce the community noise in that area. So another project that I would like to share is International Commerce Center, the tallest building in Hong Kong, right atop Kowloon Station. I've been involved in this project for more than 10 years now, since its conception, planning and design and construction, and then during the more than 10 years of operation. So the interesting thing is, when we've taken care of all those environmental design and green building certification at the beginning, at the design and construction of the project, and after is operated, the facility management still engage us to help them to solve different kind of environmental issues that arise during the operation of the buildings, and also continue to improve the green building performance of that building. So we are quite proudly to say that, after more than 10 years of operation, in fact, the building is performing even more efficient and better than it was first operated more than 10 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Grace, you're very lucky. You have a one grant to fit you more than 10 years. Yeah, it's long project, but is a very wealthy project. I want to know that is the client are they intent that ask you to look after this project like your baby, start from zero and until the operations. Are they intent to do so?
I think maybe at the very beginning, it wasn't planned, but then somehow during the works, we build a trust, and also we kind of have a mutual consensus that we want to, really collaborate and find ways to keep improving the built environment performance of the project. And also this is also the goal of the management of the building, because they want they set very high goal, and they want the building to be a high performing building, not just when it was built.
If a high school student, they want to be an environmental engineer, which subject they need to study?
Okay. I think, if they're in high school, I think firstly, they could build a good foundation in science, mathematics, and also physics, kind of science subject, because when they go up to university, usually will take courses like environmental engineering or environmental science or environmental management in the first degree. And then when they go to the second degree, maybe they'll choose a more specialized subject like air pollution control or acoustic or ecology. So I think these are the usual subjects that environmental engineer or scientist would take in college. But then now, because environmental field is very wide, and also it involves much bigger scope. There are now more subjects that they could choose if they want to join the environmental field.
As a university graduate, if they join this industry, what is their career path and any professional qualification they can obtain?
As a university graduate, firstly, after they join the working environment, they need to acquire more practical experience in projects. And a lot of time, they would start with some more technical work like modeling support or on-site survey or measurement in the first few years. Then they would need to be involved in more in-depth environmental studies and maybe some strategic environmental assessment and also environmental design for projects. Then later on, they would usually acquire professional qualification like the engineer, a chartered environmental engineer, professional qualification, or Hong Kong Institute of Qualified Environmental Professionals also is a more widely accepted qualification in Hong Kong. And besides that, some of the professional, they would also acquire postgraduate certificates in specialized subject like certified air modeling or certified noise modeling, ecologist, etc.
If a high school student, they want to join this industry, what should they prepare in advance, or what kind of personality they should have?
I think need to have a scientific mindset if you want to join the environmental field, because we've done lots of investigation, inspection, prediction of the environmental impacts, in our works. So you need to have a mind of inquiry, and we always follow, the scientific way and the data in our work. And that's the first thing. And also the second thing is, because the scope and also the areas in the environmental field is very wide and also is keep expanding. So I think you need to have a growth mindset so that we need to keep learning all those evolving requirements and standards, and also keep updating yourself. Like myself, I would take many different training in a year, and even a few new certification tests, every year, so that I would make sure that I keep myself updated to the latest requirement. Yes, and also another I think would be a very good character is really the love for nature, and also passionate to contribute to sustainable development. So if you have a heart, to preserve our planet for our future generation, so this is the right subject for you, and also it will be a right field for you to develop your career.
Okay, it sounds like this is not just only a job, it's a lifetime career and endless study.
Yes, yes.